No one in the audience, okay.
They're online.
There you go, all right. We're ready? Council, everyone's ready? Mayor? All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this pre-council meeting for November 21st, 2024. We'll go over the agenda. Assignment of the prayer goes to Karen. You're up for Monday. Everyone received the minutes for October 28, 2024. I would ask you take a look at those and be ready on Monday for any additions, corrections, or deletions. You've also received the budget report for January 1st through October 31st of 2024. And Mayor, if you could give us a little update where we stand.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With more than 83% of the budget year completed, I can report that revenues are a little more than 97% and expenditures are around 77%. So we are performing better than budgeted in both categories.
Great. Thank you, Mayor. Any questions
You're
from
welcome.
council concerning the budget? Again, take a look at that. Be prepared on Monday for any questions. Moving on to resolutions, we have two resolutions. The first, authorizing the proper officials of the City of Lebanon to file grant application with the Commonwealth Financing Authority for renovations to Fire Station 1, 700 South 8th Street in Lebanon, and we're applying for a $1 million grant. And Mayor, if you could update us on that.
So first, I'd like to explain a little bit about the grant. It's a local share account grant. It's Act 71 of 2004. It's the Pennsylvania Racehorse Development and Gaming Act, and it provides for the distribution of the gaming revenues throughout the Commonwealth through CFA, and it's to support projects that are in the public interest of the state. Projects that improve the quality of life of the citizens of a particular municipality and community, and eligible projects must be owned and maintained by an eligible applicant, which counties, municipalities, economic development corporations, redevelopment authorities, land banks, councils of government, and the applicant can also be a nonprofit, or not the applicant, but an eligible partner, can be a nonprofit organization. So the maximum amount that you can apply for is $1 million, and that can be for construction, acquisition, demolition, engineering, design, and whatnot. You cannot proceed with any work until after, of course, you would receive approval. Anything that you would expend prior to that point would not be eligible. You must use prevailing wage, and we have until November 30th to submit this. There are no matching fund requirements.
Wow.
And we applied for this grant last year for the fire station as well. We applied, the maximum is $1 million. We applied for the maximum last year, and we recently received notification that we're receiving $500,000. So we're reapplying to see if we can get additional monies, because we anticipate that the total cost of this project will be approximately $2.3 million.
So obviously we can carry this, the 500K.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a time limit on that, on use?
So, three-year contract. Thank you, Janelle.
And after 3 years, if it would not be spent, it would just go back, forfeited?
Can we request an extension?
Okay. All right, great. And no match?
No.
Okay.
And we propose to use the balance, whatever would be needed from the ARPA money.
Okay.
So we're going to enter into a MOU with the fire department so that we can say that that money is obligated, because that is one of the requirements, that it be obligated by the end of this year. But we would still have until December 31 of 26 to expend it.
And Mayor, off the top of your head, the last time we did a major renovation for
So the
Fire
last
Station 1?
time, yes. So we started engineering and the permitting plans in 1966. It was actually, construction was completed in 1968. And in 1982, we renovated the north wing floor due to settlement. And what we're proposing to do now is to address further settlement over the decades and modernize the facility, as well as add accommodations for private bathroom facilities for opposite sex.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Any questions from council concerning that first resolution?
Joe asked all of mine.
Fire Station
I'm
1
on it
is our
tonight.
largest fire station. It contains 9,321 square feet. And I think that's all I have.
All right. All right. And who would like to take that resolution?
I can take it, Joe.
George?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. If there's no other questions, moving on to the second resolution, we have Monday evening authorizing the proper officials of the City of Lebanon to file grant application with the Commonwealth Financing Authority for the Hilltop Playground Blacktop Renovation Project. And they are applying for $60,780, and that's a grant. And a little background there, Mayor, I think we have in our packet a map, an aerial, or
Yes. So, first of all, this is the same grant that the city's applying for. So Janelle had to reach out to the state to find out if we can even apply for more than one. So she received that answer, and we are allowed to apply for more than one project. So at that point, then, we notified Hilltop Playground that we would be able to submit on their behalf, because we would have to be the applicant. What they're proposing to do is mill, and if you look at your drawing, so all the areas that are highlighted in blue, which are common grounds and walkways, yellow, which is a supplemental court, and the red is their main basketball court. So they're proposing to mill all of that asphalt areas and repave it. So what we found out today is that the milling and the man hours for the project are proposed to be donated. So the cost of the materials, they're projecting that to be the $60,780. Now, we did inform the president that the materials alone exceed the bid threshold, so they would either have to purchase the materials through CoStars or another cooperative purchasing agreement, or bid it out. And because you can't piecemeal a project to avoid using prevailing wage or bidding, and et cetera. So he was informed of that, and they're fine with that. They're looking into that, but
so we have been, was that via phone, email? How was that? How did that?
Janelle had a phone conversation
Okay,
with him.
and I would, well, okay. I can't tell you how to do things, Janelle, but I would follow up with an email, just to, our conversation, as per our conversation. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to tell anyone
Yeah,
how
no,
to
that's
do their
really
job, but-
important, because
Well, no, I'm
we
concerned
don't
that
want
they're
to be
going to
the
come back on the
applicant,
city.
and I'm not
He's
saying.
been snarky with us, which I don't appreciate, and I want to make sure that everything is covered. That's all.
Yes, and we want that as well.
Thank you.
So we will do our best to make sure they adhere to the requirements.
Because we
If they
certainly
get the grant.
we
We'll
wouldn't want
keep our
to,
fingers crossed that they even get the grant.
we wouldn't want to screw up another playground, so I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Anything else on that, Mayor?
No, I think that's
Okay.
it. I want to, thank Janelle for reaching out and putting it, we still need information from him, but I know if he gets it to Janelle by the deadlines that I provided, that we'll get it submitted on time.
Okay. Any questions from council concerning this
Yeah,
resolution?
is there equipment that has to be removed in order to, or prior to doing this milling? I mean, I don't, what
He
type
did
of
not
things they
talk
would have?
about playground equipment being removed, but I can tell you that shortly after I came into office, they had approached us about they had some questions, and we had done a playground inspection for them, and some of their equipment was not compliant, and so we informed them of that. I don't know if they took any measures to address that or not, I'm not sure, but it may be a requirement that if, I don't know, but if any of the playground equipment is recalled or outdated, that they may have to remove that totally, and they may have already done that. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's a private playground.
It is a
so
private playground. It is not a city playground. That is correct.
We're just doing the grant for them.
Yes, just like we do for other agencies as well. You know, the particular organization or agency will provide us with the narrative and all of the information, including budgets and whatnot, and we basically just enter, I don't want to say just, because it's a lot of work, but Janelle will enter that into the electronic format and submit it, you know.
So are we basically doing this grant twice? Like, you have to do an individual packet for that? All right, so there'll be some hours put into.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If I can say just, Janelle, that's a great skill that you've developed with grant writing. I know it's hard work, and I appreciate the service you are rendering to the city, so thank
Yes.
you.
Any other questions concerning this second resolution? Who would like to take this resolution?
I will.
All right, Sean, thank you. All right, moving on to ordinances, two ordinances, the first being Bill number 5 that I brought forward. This is making appropriations for the City of Lebanon, PA for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025, and that is on final reading. Mayor, I'll give you the floor. You can
Okay,
do
so I'll
this.
just very quickly, again, highlights, earned income tax, real estate taxes, real estate transfer taxes are all proposing to increase in the 25 budget from 24. There are three largest sources of revenue, excluding pension aid. The Comcast franchise fee, police vehicle code, and ordinance violations are proposed to decrease. Those offset those increases, that we still have an increase in revenues from the 2024 budget by $751,246, or 5.5% increase from the 24 budget. It's a total of $14,346,331. Expenditure-wise, our total expenditures will increase by $604,714. That's a 3.67% increase from the 2024 budget to a total of $17,086,350. We propose to utilize the excess carryover to balance the budget. The CPI, the last one that was generated, was 3.19%. And it represents, I want to just add this, but drum roll, no tax increase for 10 consecutive years.
Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Any questions from council? Again, thank you, Mayor, you and your staff.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to the last item on the agenda, second ordinance for the evening, providing a tax levy of the City of Lebanon, PA for the year 2025. This is on introduction, public hearing scheduled for December 12th at 4:45 p.m. And I will take that second ordinance. And Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the tax levy will remain the same as it has for 10 years at 4.581 mils. The average tax bill in the city is $475.
Great, thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome.
Any questions from council? Okay, at this time, I'll open the floor to council. Bring anything forward?
I'd just like to invite everybody in attendance, and especially all of our audience members, to the tree lighting ceremony tomorrow at 6 o'clock on the corners of 9th and Cumberland Street. I'll be there. It's always a fun event to kick off the season. And then also Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, the parade is coming down, the holiday parade is coming down Cumberland Street. So.
And we also have the YMCA's Give Thanks race. I think it starts at 7:30. It's in front of the market. They're bringing it back to downtown this year, after
Really?
a couple of years of starting it up at the high school.
Good. Still going out to the rail trail then?
Yes.
So that's the way it was,
Mhm.
okay.
Is it start at 7:30?
8.
Oh, at 8.
Is that-
Oh, so I get an extra half hour to sleep.
That's great. I'm glad to hear
Mhm.
I used to
Is-
run it, and then they moved it out, and I stopped running, so,
Is
I
that
used to watch
also-
you run it.
yeah,
Is that also Saturday morning?
Yes.
yes.
So we have the tree lighting Friday night,
Cool.
the race Saturday morning, and the parade.
Nice.
Good stuff. All right. Anything else from council? Mayor? Okay. See everyone at the tree lighting tomorrow night. And then
Thank
Monday.
you.
Well, the only other item is next December meeting schedules as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
just so everyone knows. I apologize. The pre-council, it's a week earlier, on the 12th at 4:45, and then the actual council meeting, December 16th at 6:30. And I'll bring that up again on Monday. So, all right, thanks, everyone.
Thank you.